Hey guys, welcome back to The Globalist. It is departure day. Today we'll be flying SQ21 from Newark to Singapore, also known as the world's second longest flight. It is 4 a.m. in the morning, and for those that know about the flight that it departs at 9:30, some of you are probably like, why are you waking up so early? And in my thoughts, the reason I do this is because I know I'm going to be sitting down and eating for the next 18 hours, so I want to make sure I get a good workout. It looks like it's been snowing the entire night. I haven't received any cancellation or delay emails yet, so fingers crossed we won't encounter any of that, but let's head downstairs and head to the terminal. Luckily, we stayed at the Renaissance Airport Hotel that had an airport shuttle running every 30 minutes, so it was pretty seamless even with all the snow. We arrived at the ticket counters about 3 hours prior to departure, and just like usual, it was divided by cabin class. The premium economy section had a wait already, but the business class was pretty empty. I was able to get through in about 2 to 3 minutes, and off we go to the lounge. Singapore Airlines doesn't have their own business class lounge. However, they partner with British Airways Gallery Lounge to make sure that all business class passengers are able to access this seating area. They had a pretty great food selection. They had all of the entrees that you would expect from a continental breakfast with some Asian-inspired food like nasi goreng or fried rice and fried dumplings. The lounge had ample amount of seating even when it got closer to departure time. It also had a business center where you'd be able to access a computer and printer. As our departure time quickly comes up, it's a very quick 5-minute walk to the departing gate. Soon, they begin to welcome passengers to begin boarding. Boarding is separated between 2 cabins, business class going first, followed by premium economy. When you fly business class on an A350, you typically go through your own jet bridge, adding that extra feeling of exclusivity. Singapore Airlines A350-900ULR has 67 business class seats and 94 premium economy seats. Business class is configured in a 1-to-1 configuration with each seat having aisle row access. The flight attendants kindly showed us to our seat for today, 22K. Soon after boarding, Singapore Airlines played their signature safety video. It's not every day that you see an airline integrate their history to all aspects of the passenger journey. After the cabin crew had picked up all of their pre-departure beverages, we were propelled forward by 2 massive Rolls-Royce engines and we are off to Singapore. One of the biggest differences between business class and premium economy are the amenities that we get on board. Let's take a look. Business class passengers are provided these Singapore Airlines branded business class noise cancelling headphones. After trying them on, they're pretty comfortable. I don't think my ears would get tired after a couple hours, and yes, they probably could replace your own headset. It's actually very comfortable. As for the amenity kit, it comes from Le Labo and is made from this canvas material. Honestly, it probably could have been made from a nicer material. First up on the amenity kit, they give us this hand lotion. Next up, they gave us lip balm. And then finally, they give you a facial mist to make sure that you can stay fresh during this long flight. Singapore Airlines also provides you with slippers, but not to be confused with the Lilique ones that I'll show you in the next video when I fly their first class. My biggest complaint about this flight is how small the footwell is, spanning only 13 inches and requires you to sleep sideways. I'll show you later in the video why this is such an issue. Under the footwell, there's additional storage area, perfect for your shoes. Above, there's even more storage. You can easily fit your laptop or handheld device there, while on the other side, there are 3 light settings, one for lounging, eating, and sleeping. One of the most important parts on a 17-hour flight is having a great in-flight entertainment system. And on Singapore Airlines, business class passengers are given this 26-inch screen, where you'll be able to access dozens of US and international movies, shows, and music. One of my favorite benefits that Singapore Airlines provides is that business class passengers are given complimentary Wi-Fi. When I flew other airlines, I only saw this benefit extended to first class passengers. But having Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi that's good and actually works on your flight are 2 different things. So let's do an internet speed test. We wait for the results of the speed test. I think overall it's pretty good, especially if you're just on Instagram or Facebook, especially if you just want to check your email. But where it runs into some issues is when you're trying to stream videos from YouTube or Netflix. And there it is. The upload speed is 3.25 Mbps and the upload speed is 1.41. By now I'm getting pretty hungry, so let's take a look at the menu. The first thing you'll notice is that business class passengers are actually given a paper menu, but I already knew this and I decided to go with Book to Cook. Book to Cook's a feature that gives you tons of additional options as long as you book further out than 24 hours. If you forgot to book to cook in advance, there's no issue at all. The menu is still impressive and definitely won't leave you hungry. First up is the Hudson Valley Hot Smoked Trout and Arrow Farm Salad. Overall, pretty good, but I'm more excited about our next course. From Book to Cook, I had ordered the prawn pork dumpling noodle soup over a bed of egg noodles and leafy greens. As you can see, there are 4 giant wontons here, and definitely will leave you full. And for those that like a little bit of extra spice, they do give you a jalapeno in your soy sauce, and you can use it to season your soup just a little bit more. The wonton noodle soup was a win. Honestly, it was one of the best meals I've had so far in the skies. And to top it all off, for dessert, they give you some pecan-flavored Haagen-Dazs ice cream. And soon after dessert service, I began my food coma. But lucky for me, the cabin crew decided to start dimming the lights and let passengers begin to snooze. Soon after, I had asked the flight attendant to help turn my seat into a bed, and when I came back from the bathroom, after washing up and brushing my teeth, here it is. If you remember at the beginning of the video, my biggest complaint was how small the footwell was when the seat was turned to a bed, and this view really shows it. But now I'm going to stop complaining and take a nap. See you soon! Waking up, I can tell you that the bed was definitely on the firm side, so those people that like a squishy mattress might have an issue, but I like a firm mattress anyway. My flight was actually during the 2025 Super Bowl where the Chiefs and Eagles were playing, so I wanted to see how they were doing. Sure enough, after flipping through a couple of channels, I found the game live. Naturally, after waking up, I got hungry again, so this time I decided to try their anytime meal. First up is their fried food with fried chicken and mushrooms. Delicious. Next is the pork belly noodle soup, which also was great, but I thought lacked a little bit of flavor. At this point, we're about 12 hours into the flight, and my goal is to get through the entire menu. I've tried almost all of the different options. In a couple hours, we'll be going to the dinner service. As I continue through my food escapade, first up is the seared tuna over a bed of greens, a hard-boiled egg served with yuzu dressing. The tuna was surprisingly fresh, the vegetables were crisp. Can't complain about this one, 10 out of 10. For the main course, I had opted for the slow roasted beef fillet with natural au jus, pomme anna, mushrooms, and carrots. The beef flavor was really good, but it was a little bit tough, so I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. And of course, what meal would be complete without a decadent dessert? And before we knew it, the announcements came on that we would be landing shortly. And for a 19-hour flight, this was probably one of the most enjoyable ways to get from one side of the world to the other. Slowly but surely, Singapore Changi International Airport started to come into view. As we began landing, just wanted to say thank you Singapore Airlines for making this such an enjoyable flight. Until next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you like more content like this, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Until next time on The Globalist, see you next time.